guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this is the first book of a series that I have never read before by this author, and the only series that actually kind of intrigued me by the books. So this is a trilogy, so you will see all 3 books in one. I hope you guys are ready for this because I am ready. So this first book, I was looking forward to it because it's more supernatural. She sees ghosts and spirits and talks to them. And she's like, kind of feel like she's in a mental home, but she's actually getting protected by these gargoyled stone shapeshifters who are pretend to be wardens. But these people come in and said that warn them that these people are coming in and killing these wardens and Trinity. Nope. Demons. So Trinity's world is not safe as anymore. So she then because no one knows about her power because she's kind of slightly going blind. Until this thing starts happening, her power gets exposed, and this guy called Zane, who is very suspicious in many ways, comes in and tells her that he can help her. And do stuff like that, and but he has secrets himself, and she's learning to pretty much learn. Trinity is more likely to learn how to use her powers a bit more. So this is a fun cover, and here's the back. Pretty much told you about the synopsis already. And let's go. So, Trinity Mera is the last of her kind. Her DNA, as well as her organs, are coveted by many in the supernatural world, created by this author. So, she is a tale of a girl who's an explosive seeker who, up until now, has been kept hidden and saved behind the walls of her community of gargoyles called the Wardens. This book blew my mind, with the amount of representation for minority groups such as Trinity's having such a degenerative eye disease called, Tentis pigmentos, with what the author does suffer herself. So going blind, I believe. There's also strong focus on the LGBT community. Say hello to Trinity's friends and sometimes roommate Peanut, the same sex attracted, stuck in the 80s pervy ghost. Oh, I didn't mention that part yet. Yes, our girl Trin can also, with other abilities, see ghosts and spirits, which I think that's a pretty good kind of ability. What first attracted me to this book, you ask? Well, as always with me, I was hooked by the cover. I wasn't hooked by the cover for this one as much, but it was the third book I was hooked by the cover. The synopsis for this one what I was hooked on. So the third book is what I was hooked on by the cover. I'll explain more when it gets to that one. I was hooked by the cover, and then after reading the blurb, intrigue setting, I had to find out why these wardens from another clan arrived, what was killing both demons that the warden hunt and killed, and wardens, who is this mysterious Zane, and how is he connected to the story. All this was coming together in this book and made a glorious read. Storm and Fury is a spin-off from Jennifer's Dark Element series, but what I like is that it can be read as a part of that series, as I did as a standalone. If you have read the Dark Element series, which includes White Hot Kiss, Stone Cold Touch, and Every Last Breath, some of the characters who appear in Storm and Fury should be familiar. I have never read any of those, so the book was definitely new to me. Like I said, didn't really read as many books. This is my first time reading the book now. Although this is the first book I have read by the author, I will be reading more of this series as they release. Absolutely loved it and highly recommend picking it up. If you have not read it, read it. If you like supernatural, read it. If you like a girl who is trying to hide her ability to see ghosts and communicate with them, read it. It was so good, especially if you're a new reader as well and you're kind of looking for something that you want to read. Go for it, because this was really good. So she has to save the family and maybe save the world. She has to put her trust in Zane, but all bets are off of the supernatural war is unleashed, and it ain't gonna be good. But this book was so good. I actually fully enjoyed it. And the second book, another book that I cannot wait for as well, because next book is going to be Rage and Ruin, guys. I again cannot wait. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys for when I do their book. Bye! Hello guys, welcome back to my channel today. Here's the second book of the Storm and Fury? Why am I saying Storm? Yeah, Storm and Fury. This is the second book, and I am so looking forward to it. So this book, the cover is amazing. Red, lightning flash, lava looking thing on it, which looks amazing. This is by Jennifer L. Armentrout. If you haven't seen the first review of it, you just skipped to the second one. Well, let me just tell you this. First time reading from this book author, and the first book was amazing. First, this is what the front cover looks like. And here's the back. And then we have the inside, which I'm going to read the synopsis. So the half-angel Trinity and her bonded gargoyle protector Zane has been working with the demons to stop the apocalypse while avoiding falling in love. The Harbinger is coming out, but who or what is it? Although humankind may fall if Trinity and Zane cannot win the race against time as the dark forces gather. As the tension rises, they must stay close together and patrol the DC Nines at night, seeking signs of the Harbinger, an entity that is killing wardens and demons with no seeming rhymes or reason. Forbidden to be with each other, Zane and Trinity fight their feelings and turn to an unusual source for help. The demon Roth and his cohorts, but as death piles up and they uncover a sinister plot involving the local high school and endangering someone dear to Zane. Trin realizes that she's been herded, played for some unknown end. As anger builds and feelings spiraled out of control, it becomes clear that the rage might be ruin of all of them. So, this was been with emotions, secrets, twists, and a lot of charm. So not only did this story have so much heart, but it made me laugh, smile, and cry. I even got the chills a few times. I love that the world had the richest depth to it that I could easily visualise, and I was obsessed with these characters that felt like my friends. If you love a paranormal romance story, then definitely add this to your TBR. I'm glad I did, and like I said, I'm not a big fan with romance kind of books, but this was so pretty. This is from what I said. I don't know if I can do this, I admitted in a whisper. I know you can, he insisted. But Nick's breath came out shaky. I don't have a single doubt in my mind. I wish I could see him, his eyes, his face. See how he was looking at me, because if I could see that faith he had in me, then maybe I could feel it. Something out there that was taunting demons and wardens. If it was referred to be as the Harbinger. And while Trinity, a half human, half angel, is a gargoyle, patrolled at night, it seemed to toy with them. Death happens around them, and there was nothing they can do to stop him. They team up with the demons and other acquaintance and led them all down an active path where I had to know what happened next. With emotions running high, so much to unknown, it felt like everything could explode around Trinity and Zane at any minute. A kiss so chaste, so sweet that it shouldn't have undone me, but it did. The kiss rattled me to the core, just as his words had. I got shivers when I was reading the part. Not only did Trinity have to deal with the hunting down of the Harbinger, but she was in a dark, haunted place. She struggled with Mish's death and betrayal, what Trinity had to do to cut into her soul, and I understood her avoiding those she loved. It was easier for her to keep everything locked inside, even though it was unhealthy since the story was told by just Trinity's kind of side. I connected her to so deeply with her. Her emotions became my own, and I hurt for her. I understand why she acted the way she did, even though she was insecure and jealous at times. This story was a huge emotional journey for Trinity, but she grew so much in these pages, and a lot of that was because of Zane. Zane was such as a tortured soul who spoke to my heart. He pulled me under his spell once any time he was around. So when Zane would say or do stuff that felt them more than friendship, or extremely thoughtful, I paused right along with the Trinity. Because while Zane didn't always lay his emotion out there, his actions and gestures spoke volumes. And I'm the one who loves to hunt and dig to figure out how a character feels. It helped at times when they could feel what the others felt through the bond, but it wasn't always cut and dry, because ultimately when everything was broken down, Trinity and Zane were forbidden. They are not meant ever to be. While Zane and Trinity were attracted to each other and felt possible more, ultimately they were struck with each other's death. She was a true-born and he was her protector. They didn't have a choice for being in each other's lives, so doubt festered in the air for Trinity, even when sexual tensions between them ran high, and those moments can feel electricity in the air. But they were untold consequences if a true-born and protector were to be together, so the push and pull between them would be sensually addictive. So both Roth, Roth and Layla had a bigger role in this story. Roth was still beyond sexy and smile inducing, and this love felt stronger than ever. Plus, we got to see Cayman and Bambi. I just want to say the favourite thing is, oh, so ecstatic. Because with how that turned out, Stacey was also back. But I wasn't the biggest fan of her this time, you know? But my favourite thing about these characters being back was the bromance between Zane and Roth. They were really good at being annoying at one each other. But at the end of the day, they had each other's backs and made my heart so happy. It was adorable. I literally cannot wait to get the next book. Well, read the next book, which is going to be up next anyway. You guys can see that. So, because the last few pages, oh, they change your world and leave with a ton of questions. The author is beyond talented. It's given us so much story built, and then also leaves us for begging for more. So, if you love a fantasy, paranormal, or romance, this definitely is something you need to add to your TBR right now. If you are started reading, I cannot recommend both the series enough, but you need to do that. And I literally cannot wait because this book was amazing. So next up, we are going to have Grace and Glory, the last and final book of the trilogy of the Harbinger, which I am, to be honest, looking forward to this even more because the amount of stuff that you can get into there is just intriguing to see what will come up next. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel today. This is the last and final book of the Harbinger series, and oh my god guys, when this book came out, I was like, yes, I need to get it straight away because, honey, I want to know what the hell happened in the book. Okay, there was so many questions and answers that I want to know, and this book gave it all. I'm happy reading this series. I'm glad I decided to get this series as well, and I'm so happy with the book. The series was amazing, and I might just give the other books a try from this author as well. And the cover is amazing. Look at it. This is what scratched my eye, and I didn't realise this was a trilogy to the book until, well, now I know. So this is, as I said, Grace and Glory by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I do apologise if I say these names wrong, so I cannot pronounce anything for life. And then we have the back. And then we have a little synopsis, which we'll read in a minute. I actually took a picture of it so you can see more of this instead of me trying to open the book and get a picture of it. So this is danger, betrayal, and a twins forbidden love in the clash in the book 3 of this best-selling Harbinger trilogy. When angels fall, Trinity Marrow has lost the battle and her beloved protector. Even with both demons and warders on her side, Trin may not win the war against the Harbinger. Bringing Lucifer back to the world to fight the Harbinger is probably a really, really bad idea, but they're out of options. And the world's ultimate fallen angels are only being powerful enough to impact the outcome. As Trin and Zane form a new and more dangerous bond, and Lucifer unleashes hell on Earth, the apocalypse looms and the world teeters at the end of forever. Win or lose, one thing is certain: nothing will ever be the same. This is a fantasy paranormal romance. For me, I would never read a book like this, but I'm so glad I did. It was so good. So starting this book felt a bit of speed as the last book in the trilogy. The story picks up right from where Rage and Ruin finished, so you don't have to wait long to find out what's going on with Zane. I did the first few chapters incredibly slow going, and it took me ages to fully connect with the story. Literally. Being so busy, I'm trying to get stuff done. At the end of the year, because it's getting close to December, I've got to get things done. Even though, like I said, this is my October stuff, and me trying to get through literally all my stuff that I need to be done. It's going to be, well, I'm trying to get my advent calendars ready as well. There's only going to be a few, but if you do have any ideas, guys, what advent calendars you want me to do, always go give me a comment down below, and I will see if I can get those for you. Usually I literally love anything what she writes, but obviously this is my first time. So what I would read in for the first and the second one, what I would usually read in votes. Something about this one was just a bit off. I felt like the beginning of the story were too long, at the end too short. Everything was resolved really quickly. I felt there has been more of a struggle. So there was a love-hate thing going on with Lucifer, but then I think that's mainly because the only Lucifer that I can imagine is Tom Ellis. So yeah, I would have loved more Roth and Layla. The thing that blew my mind most was Peanuts Revolution. revelation. In a nutshell, so this was just a satisfying thing I need to read. I couldn't be better, and this was literally so good. I always know I'm like Santa, but with more death. That just sends chills down your spine. I was super enjoyable with that. I could not give that any more. This is like a 10 out of 10 book series, and it was just amazing just seeing how it was combined all together. And to knowing that this book was something you wouldn't normally go for. She spent all of her life protected and trained by warriors, yeah? So you see that in the last book, Zane, our hero, steps out to be her ward and protector, and as true strong bonds and love between them develops. The War's Horizon and the Harbinger Gabriel is a target to show humanity, the world, and Trinity. So Trin lost her love, Zane, and is desperate to find a way to bring him back. He is now a fallen angel, and he doesn't even know her anymore, or any of his friends, making him a danger to them all. Though she has her friends, wardens and demons, and Peanut, Trin is determined to use every avenue to find a way to get Zane back, since her chances of defeating the Harbinger is slim. I cried. Trin managed to find a powerful eternity witches to help her restore Zane, using the sword of Michael and the spell to use along with the sword. Will this work and bring back Zane to her, or will she end up killing him? So I love Trinity, as she was a fantastic heroine, strong, savvy, and fun, despite her eyesight issues. She managed to rise above it all and successfully fight her enemies. Zane, because of his fall, worked hard training Trin on how to sense those attacks out of her sight. So Trinity and Zane were great together with their bantering as well as their sizzling chemistry. It was a wild, action-packed last half of the book, as Trin and Zane and friends team up with their demon friends, Roth, Layla, and came in to try and stop Gabriel. The best part, the surprise added to the element of the team, was when they bring the form of Lucifer. I got kicked out of Lucifer as he was a blast, crazy, dangerous, as well as funny. As I said previously, the author gives us many wonderful secondary characters beside Roth, Layla, Cayman, especially Peanut, Des, Nikolai, Jada, and Michael. So many more. Would be a spoiler, but that was many surprises, and I did not want to ruin it for anyone. It was a fantastic and satisfying final to read, and I literally cannot wait to read any other books that she has given out, and I'm going to give those a try, because why not? So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time with the next book review. Peace. Bye.